Show. The Big Show.
Good Monday, Seawolves. Welcome to our very last broadcast for the 24-25 academic year. I'm Haley Birmingham.
And I'm Adrienne Esposito. Obviously, this is the last Monday of this long spring semester. And it's also Cinco de Mayo. For those of you who don't understand Spanish, that means it's the 5th of May.
So, for us who took French class instead of Spanish, what does this holiday really mean?
It's a good excuse for students who like to drink tequila or margaritas to get into the bottle. On a more serious note, we have some sad news. We're announcing a death today.
That's right. Someone who's close to my age is passing away at age 21, the Skype network. Skype has kept many of us sane and connected during the COVID-19 outbreak, and it's now leaving us.
That's the bad news, but the good news is the President of the United States has not ordered every university to close. At least not yet. That's sarcasm. We are still worried about the winds blowing in from Washington. It is true that the 11 students whose visas were revoked here at Stony Brook have again been fully authorized to be here, but several federal grants for faculty and researchers have been canceled. In a report delivered to the University Senate today, Interim President McCormick noted that Republican Senator Bill Cassidy of Louisiana told a group of leaders from important colleges and universities that he thinks our universities are not pro-American.
We've had sad news, bad news, but now here's some good news today. Our women's lacrosse team has achieved a three-peat CAA championship. For more on that, here's our sports broadcaster, Tyler Rieger.
Thanks, Haley. The women's lacrosse team sure looked strong on Saturday. The nationally ranked Seawolves beat the Drexel Dragons 12-10 here at Laval Stadium, thanks to 3 goals and 2 assists from Charlotte Wilmoth and 2 goals apiece from Isabella Caparuschio, Alexandra Fusco, and Kylie Budke. Not only did the Seawolves secure their 3rd straight conference championship, but this victory marks their 11th conference championship overall. They look to continue their success in the upcoming NCAA tournament, taking on Loyola Maryland on Friday afternoon in their first-round matchup. New York's professional baseball teams didn't fare quite as well over the weekend. The Yankees dropped back-to-back games against the Tampa Bay Rays, including yesterday's loss, in which the Rays matched a season high of 16 hits as they beat up on the Yankee pitching staff. Reigning MVP Aaron Judge, who leads the league in batting average, RBIs, and hits, whacked a double to extend his on-base streak to 30 games. Outfielder Cody Bellinger, who's been battling through some early season offensive struggles, added a home run, the 200th of his career, in the 7-5 loss. The Yanks kick off a 3-game set against the San Diego Padres tonight. The Mets didn't look much better as they lost both games of a doubleheader to St. Louis Cardinals yesterday. The Cards won the opener 6-5 before stealing away the nightcap with a 5-4 win. The game was knotted up at 4 in the 4th when St. Louis center fielder Victor Scott II made a spectacular play, robbing new Mets star Juan Soto of a home run. In the 6th inning, a 2-out double from Scott off Max Kranick put the Cards up for good. The team in Queens looks to rebound against the Diamondbacks tonight. The Kentucky Derby kicked off Saturday night. The rain-drenched race came down to a 2-horse finish. The betting favorite, and my personal favorite, Journalism, was outdueled by winner Sovereignty at the very last stretch of the muddy track. This marks trainer Bill Mott's 2nd Kentucky Derby victory in the 151st iteration of the event. And in our very own version of a high-octane, adrenaline-pumping race here at Stony Brook, the annual Roth Regatta took place Friday afternoon. Unlike the Derby, the regatta had a lot less betting, high fashion, and rain. The sunny event was enjoyed by many students and spectators as they watched competitors take to the water in an assortment of cardboard boats, some a lot more seaworthy than others. With nobody drowning and the rain holding off, the Roth Regatta was a splashing success. Speaking of sports, we have Aisha Diamande reporting at Aruga's Sports Bar, which could be a good spot to watch the Knicks take on the Celtics tonight at 7 in their first game of their 2nd-round playoff series.
Looking for good food, big screens, and a place to unwind? One local spot is drawing in the crowd for just that. Join us as we take a look inside Aruga's Grill House and Sports Bar, where the energy is high and the flavors are even higher. Located in Patchogue, Long Island, a hotspot known for its electric atmosphere, drawing in crowds from across the area for its lively wall-to-wall screen and a diverse menu.
Definitely very lively. Everyone here seems to be like a Knicks fan tonight. We're all screaming at the score at the same time, cursing out the Pistons. So it's been a very good night, definitely. I feel like I see everybody. I come here for trivia on Tuesdays, and I come here on Monday for bingo. And you see kind of like the crowd change a little bit. Monday is a little bit of an older crowd, but it's like, yeah, different activities bring out different people. But overall, I think like even when you look out at the bar, you see people of all ages, and it's just kind of this camaraderie of like cheering people on, and I like that.
Honestly, it's like going into your living room on a family day, like Christmas, Thanksgiving. You know, everyone's there having a blast. There's never any issues. Everyone just kind of, like teasing, having fun with each other, like, if you're betting against the opposite team. I love the food here. I go for the Tennessee Nashville sandwich all day long, and if I'm going drinks, I'm going to go with the Tropical Trash Can. Today I got a Blue Moon because, going a little light, but always Tropical Trash Can, can't go wrong.
I think what sets Arugas apart is our service. I think our lengthy menu of food. We have everything from pizzas to burgers to strombolis to salads to appetizers to our cookie pizza dessert, which is very popular. I would recommend any age, any person, whether you want to come here and watch sports, whether you want to come here and have a dessert late night, whether you want to sit here and watch something other than sports, because I can put anything I want on any of these TVs. We have 101 of them. But sometimes we do movie nights here, which is pretty cool. For instance, we did Valentine's Day, we did For the Love of Basketball, so we did that. We had a cute little movie night. So it doesn't have to be surrounded by sports. We do entertainment in other ways. We do have a market in the back on Sundays, so it's like a little farmer's market. So families can come out, you guys can eat, you guys go in the back and do some local shopping.
The energy speaks for itself, so if you're craving great food, nonstop sports, and a place to kick back, Arugas and Patchogue might be your next go-to spot. This has been Aisha Diamande with Stony Brook Journalism.
Thanks, Aisha. Patchogue's just 14 miles from Stony Brook, but before you head out, let's check on today's weather for that. We sent our fearless swimming expert out into the water for our forecast. Leanne?
Happy Monday, Seawolves. It's definitely a darker and drearier day than I was personally hoping for on the first Monday of May, but we're still trying to make the most of it in the last week of the semester. Today we're going to be seeing a high of 64 and a low of 58 degrees, so definitely make sure to keep your umbrellas handy and to stay bundled up. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Leanne. Besides thinking about traveling to a bar in this weather, Seawolves have been thinking about traveling to a city. New York City. A whole group of Seawolves went by bus and ferry to Governor's Island, future home of the Climate Center that Stony Brook will be running. Our own Doreen fills us in.
Faculty and students from Stony Brook University visited the Governor's Island, the new home to New York Climate Exchange. A short ferry ride from Manhattan, Governor's Island is transforming into a global hub for climate innovation. Faculty and students got a very first look at the future site for the Climate Exchange, a groundbreaking center focused on developing climate solutions.
Right now we're in the planning phase. What we're trying to do is to understand what the needs are of the Climate Exchange. The Climate Exchange has a very unique vision for how to address the challenges of climate change. And at the heart of that vision is bringing together all of the different stakeholders and different groups that care about climate change and are working toward solutions. So that includes academic people, that includes businesses, it includes government policymakers, financial leaders, community groups. And the idea is if we can bring them all together in one place and create a kind of a series of structured engagements to solve problems, we'll be much further along in addressing climate change than we are. So the campus is really meant to serve as that home where all of these different parties can come together to work towards solutions.
Led by Andrew Winters and Sarah Crowthorne from the Trust for Governor's Island, the tour highlighted the exchange's plans for green buildings, research labs, and public exhibits, all designed for sustainability at the core. The project has already attracted major support, including $100 million from the Simons Foundation and $50 million from Bloomberg Philanthropies, fueling its ambitious goals.
Over the years, as the Climate Hub gets built out, that a big opportunities will be for students and faculty to eventually not only engage now, but engage in the new physical Climate Hub when it's developed. So one of the ways in which students will be able to get involved is in a few years there'll be a semester on the island in which students will be able to live right on Governor's Island and take courses for a whole semester's worth of time. In addition, there'll be other opportunities for students through internships. We've had students already from Stony Brook working in internships at the New York Climate Exchange, as well as internships throughout the city working with other nonprofit partners.
With the New York Climate Exchange, Governor's Island is not just building for the future. It's helping to save it. From research labs to community programs, the island is set to become a beacon of climate innovation. I'm Doreen Abanmalaya, reporting from Governor's Island.
Thanks, Doreen. I'm from Ronkonkoma, and you're from Huntington, and I bet neither of us has ever been to Governor's Island. Is that right, Adrian?
That's right. I don't even know where it is.
Adrian, where were you in high school geography class? I personally was locked in. I got an A.
I didn't have that class. Speaking of A's, A is for Adrian, and A is also for another person from Huntington. Our own Lubna is going to bring us the all-important 7-day weather.
Good evening. Here's your 7-day weather forecast. It's still raining, as Leanne told you, and as you can see, the water is still coming down in Port Jefferson Harbor, courtesy of our friends at EarthCam. Tuesday stays unsettled with periods of heavy rain and even a possible thunderstorm. It's going to be breezy and wet with highs around 62 and a low 56. Keep an eye out for localized flooding. Things begin to clear up a bit on Wednesday, except mostly cloudy skies and a slight chance of a shower. It'll be warmer with a high near 69 and a low 55. Thursday looks pleasant with a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures will rise to a comfortable 66 before dipping to a 55 overnight. But don't put away the umbrellas just yet. Friday brings cooler air and more rain, with highs around 62 and lows near 48. Saturday will be mostly cloudy with highs reaching 65 degrees and lows of 51. A calm but overcast start to your weekend. And finally, Sunday looks beautiful, sunny, warm, and just what you've been waiting for, except a high of 72 degrees and a low of 54. So keep that rain gear handy for the first half of the week, but sunshine and warmth are on the horizon. That's your 7-day forecast for Stony Brook. Stay dry and enjoy your week.
Thanks, Lubna. Now, it's sadly time to bring our show to a close for the semester.
It's been quite a semester. From constant stress coming at us from all angles to celebrating the news here on campus, we've covered it all.
We would like to extend a huge thank you to all our viewers, all our crew members, Professor Sanders, and to our friend Phil, who has been the master behind our control room.
With that being said, it's time to pop the champagne and celebrate making it through this semester. I would like to personally thank Professor Sanders for his incredible guidance throughout this semester and Phil for all his technological prowess. Thanks to all who make this show a success. I'm Adrian Esposito.
And I'm Haley Birmingham. Thanks for watching, Seawolves.